Let me go ahead. Oh, thank you, Lauren, for starting the recording. So welcome to the Church of Infinite Spirit, our mid-month service together, a time where we can come together to be inspired, be connected, and be transformed. Pretty much think everyone on the call is familiar with Zoom, but know that you can change your view on the upper right-hand corner so you can see all of the different squares or just my square, whatever works for you. Very grateful for Zoom. Wow. We started it before the adventures of COVID, and we are very grateful for the technology that allows us to be together twice a month in this format of our church service. So welcome. And is the mission of our church to inspire spiritual freedom by supporting people in knowing themselves as spiritual beings and the consciousness that creates the universe. There is tremendous transformation when we connect into who we are as a spiritual being. And it is the mission of our church to support each one of you in connecting into that light, into that knowingness, however you do. So we are a non-traditional church, which is so wonderful, non-dogmatic. This is absolutely a space, a safe space for everyone to come, either live or by recording, to come into your own spiritual connection, your own truth. Take what works for you today and let go of the rest. It isn't our position to convince you or tell you your own truth. It is our mission to inspire you to discover yours. Great, so let's go ahead and start our service today with meditation, something that we are firm believers in, a practice that allows you to come into your light, discover those truths and that connection. So let your body be comfortable in your chair or wherever you're seated. Maybe take a nice big deep breath. We're going to do a simple 4-step meditation. And the first step is what we call grounding. I want you to notice the base of your spine, your tailbone. You're sitting on it. That is also your first chakra energy center. And go ahead with your imagination and connect or grow a beam of colored light or a tree trunk, whatever you would like to create, perhaps a tail, an animal tail. And let that beam of colored light or that tail grow from your first chakra, through the chair, through the floor, into the earth itself. And with your imagination, just let it tunnel with ease to the very center of the earth. This connection from your first chakra to the center of the earth is what we call a grounding cord. And it's a way to center into your body. And it is a way to let go of any energies, beliefs, experiences that you are carrying that no longer serve you or might not even be you. So just notice your body with this grounding cord. And you can set an intention to let go of anything you are carrying in this moment that you'd like to release. Maybe you are carrying energy from the outer world, maybe some fear or anxiety. Just notice what you are carrying in this moment that you'd like to let go of, and just intend that fall down the grounding cord. It is a powerful thing to be able to release, to let go. And this grounding cord gives us that opportunity anytime we create it and we start releasing. Next, I want you to come into the center of your head. So just imagine coming into a place behind your eyes, in between your ears, the very center of your head. This is also your sixth chakra. And it's a place you can go with your focus. You can be there. And it's a place that supports your being there and seeing yourself, seeing your world through more neutrality, through more validation. It is kind of the bird's eye view where we can see the larger spiritual perspective. We can take a break from being out in the world, experiencing, and come into this place. So just be there in the center of your head. If you notice that there are lots of thoughts joining you, that's okay. They can leave as easily as they come in. Great, good job. The third step in this meditation is noticing your aura bubble. It's a bubble of energy that belongs to you, that is an arm's length out in all directions. So it's kind of egg-shaped. And I want you to paint the outside of your bubble a color. Today, my bubble is painted a color of a light pink. And maybe you want a forest green or a crystal blue. When we color the outside of our aura, we can more easily recognize what belongs to us and what belongs to the rest of the world. We can see the difference between what's outside of us and what is inside of us. This is extremely helpful because we all tend to be compelled by the outer world, especially now. There's a lot of things happening out there. And as much as we might want to control or manage that outer world, we cannot. However, we can control and manage our inner landscape. We can set the tone. We can set the ambiance. We can take inventory and let go of what we don't want to carry, and set intention to create this inner landscape the way we'd like to have it. So coloring the outside of your aura helps you realize, oh, yep, that's outside of me. As much as I might want that person or this situation to change, I can't change it. But what I can change is large within myself. So notice you're sitting in your chair, you have a grounding cord releasing, and you have your aura painted a color. Just notice for a moment how perhaps your inner experience of you has shifted in these 3 steps. And lastly, I want you to imagine a huge gold sun, really big, maybe twice as big as you just imagined it, above your head. And label that gold sun ease. The word ease, E-A-S-E. So that that energy in that gold sun is set at the particular vibration of ease. And when that gold sun is so huge, so big above your head, pop it and fill in with that vibration. Letting it fill in your head, your neck, your shoulders. Fill in your torso, your arms and hands. It's filling up all of your chakras, your energy centers. And let it pour into your hips and legs, down to your toes, and then overflow in your aura, overflow into that bubble. Notice what it's like to bring in the vibration of ease. Great. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, stretch if that feels good to your body. It always feels kind of good to stretch. Great. So here we are, mid-November 2020. And 2020 has brought so many changes to our world, and it continues to be consistent in that as we embark on this holiday season. Thanksgiving is next week, which I kind of have to keep reminding myself. It just is amazing that here we are at that point in time. And as of course, Thanksgiving is a time where families gather and celebrate, kind of start the whole holiday season. And this year, with restricted travel and restricted gatherings, and perhaps the passing of loved ones, it's all looking extremely different for many of us. And I've been lately digesting big changes in our family's traditional holiday experiences. And I've been on the lookout for where's the opportunity? Where's the opportunity to learn from what is happening in the present? And I've been focusing on this concept of home. Home. It seems so much of our journey in this physical lifetime is all about home. We're born into one, which for some of us might have been really challenging at times. Then we leave that home. That's a really big step, to say goodbye to that home, no matter what experiences we had in that home of origin. And we go searching for home, searching to create home. And as we go through our life, that can change. It can be from living on our own to living with a significant other to possibly having children. This evolution, if you will, of experience of home. And as much as we all might really want home to be consistent, to be some kind of destination, it really is something that is ever changing and not consistent, perhaps a little elusive. Home can be messy and really frustrating at times. Why? Because, well, people are messy and frustrating at times. And it can be rich in experience and in laughter and in love. This is true. I worked with a client this week who had this incredibly strong belief that she would be happy if she found someone to share her life and create a family. She had a tremendous amount of expectation that once she found and created family, she would be safe and belong. And her life, her experience of herself would be completely different. And there was so much energy for me to support her in releasing in that idea. That idea was keeping her from being present in the now of her life. And it was also attaching a huge amount of expectation to something way out in the future that, as we know, often when we have that kind of an idea or an idealized version of what our life could look like, when we get there, there's usually another thing that we're looking for. Yes, this journey as humans in finding or creating home can be messy, disappointing, and painful at times. And that journey leads us into relationships and experiences that are extremely fruitful as a soul. When we bump up against people and we bump up against our own ideas and expectations of other people, our own ideas and expectation of home, we have an opportunity to get a different view, to say, where's the opportunity as a soul to learn and grow here? And I would say the messy nature of our reality, the messy nature of us as humans and in our homes is really quite an amazing design, because when we bump up against those hurdles or those disappointments, we have an opportunity to go within, to look inside, and to remember, the bigger perspective of home, the home of who we are as a spiritual being that's always there. And all of us get distracted, understandably, by the world outside of us. And when we bump up against disappointments, expectations, challenges, there is always this opportunity to remember to come home within. This inner landscape where we can create peace, where we can experience belonging as a soul, as an energy of consciousness that belongs in this amazing one consciousness. So perhaps 2020 has given us, there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of challenges, but a lot of opportunities. And perhaps 2020 in this holiday season is really giving us the chance to remember to come home. That what we can control, what we can shift and manage is within us. And when we come within, when we go and turn inside, we can connect to the truth of who we are as a spiritual being. We can have a glimpse of our vastness. We can know that we belong, that we are home. So let's practice that in meditation. So close your eyes, come back into the center of your head. This sixth chakra, this invitation for you to experience yourself as a spiritual being. This sixth chakra behind your eyes, in between your head, that is a place that supports you in knowing this inner home. Grounding also is a fantastic tool in the ability to connect. Why? Because the more we release what doesn't belong to us, other people's energies, fears, anxieties, that are all human and that are all okay to experience. However, we can let them go. And the more we do, the more we can know our own light within. The more we can feel comfortable in this inner landscape. So be in the center of your head and just notice that you are home. You could relax into that knowing. Yes, the world outside is messy. There's so many things happening. And inside here, you can have quiet. You can have peace. You can be home. So notice if there's any pushback, if there's any resistance to you being home here. Whatever thoughts, whatever might be coming up to push against this idea, you can let it go down your grounding cord. And you can be in the center of your head and consider, how do you want to experience your home here during the holidays? How do you want to quote unquote decorate? Do you want to experience illumination, rejuvenation? Whatever it is that you perhaps might have been looking for in the outer world during this holiday season, go ahead and set an intention to have it be in here. You can manage this space. You are the director of this symphony. What's the rhythm? What are the vibrations that you want to hear and experience within? Great. And just notice if you would like to take a step in knowing your inner landscape. Perhaps deepening a meditation practice, perhaps expanding a meditation practice in nature, walking, listening to birds, perhaps taking a class, or coming here on a regular basis to ground and run your energy with others, to be in a community of people who are really interested and curious about the inner landscape. You might notice any other information, maybe a practice of of technology silence in your life. Leaving your phone at home for a walk, or letting all of the technology be quiet in the evenings. In other words, how can you support yourself in decorating your home, connecting with your home, exploring this home? Great. And finally, if you want to set an intention to come here during the holidays to remember this home, you could set that intention. Sometimes I find restrooms, bathrooms, incredibly helpful for this. If you have a home that has a lot of folks in it. So you can be creative and flexible in how you find the home within here. But setting intention is so helpful rather than winging it, hoping for it. You can create it through intention. Great. Notice you having this experience. And above your head, I want you to create a huge gold sun. And on the outside of that gold sun, write one of the words or intentions or the decorations that you wanted to create in this inner home during the holidays. Maybe it was peace or understanding, love, connection. Just pick one word and write that word on the outside of that gold sun, setting the vibration of the energy within it to that particular energy. And pop that gold sun and sit under that shower of energy coming into your physical body, filling you up from head to toe, and also filling up all your chakras. These gold suns are terrific ways to set or decorate your inner landscape. What are you looking for on the outside? What are you looking to experience in the outer world in terms of fulfillment or belonging or peace? You can bring it in to the inner landscape at any time with a gold sun. It's a much more reliable way to set the inner landscape. Notice you with more of this vibration within you. Great. You are home. You are enough. You are infinite light and love. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and stretch. So, holiday season, we come out of the inner landscape. We leave this inner home and we have all sorts of experiences and travels in the outer world. And all that is so enriching and disappointing and frustrating and painful at times, yes. However, we can always come inside. always just close our eyes, take a big deep breath, ground, and be in the center of your head, and connect to a different reality that's always there, a different perspective that is always available to you. So as we launch into this 2020 holiday season, I encourage you to come home and explore that space, and to support yourself in doing so. Great. So before I sign off, just a couple of things I want to mention. First, as you know, we are a nonprofit, and we deeply, deeply appreciate any contributions or donations that support us in being here with you today and all of the other functions that we do at the Interconnection Institute. So there's an offertory button online on our website under the sanctuary page. And if you feel inspired to contribute, we would be very, very grateful. No, of course, pressure or obligation, but out of inspiration, we say thank you. And also a couple of announcements. Lauren is going to be teaching a deep dive in the beginning of next year, January 19th, starts this class on the Big Four. The Big Four areas of really juicy growth out in the world. Health, wealth, career, and relationships. So if you are inclined to have a really great start to your year in clearing out these four areas and letting go of undermining beliefs that you might be carrying, reset in that way, I encourage you to look into it. And we are doing a first time ever, it seems to be the theme of 2020, first time ever Cyber Monday deal. So if you're interested in signing up for that class, do so on Cyber Monday, which is November 30th. I think I have that date right, but we have a half price off offering of that class. So you'll get an email. It's also, there's information on the newsletter that came out as well. So I encourage you to check that out. And of course, we have our free Meditation for Living series. If you haven't checked that out already, please do so. You can go to our website, interconnection.org. And on the upper right corner, there is virtual classroom. If you click that button, you have access to our free Meditation for Living program, as well as guided meditations, free guided meditations, which are really helpful no matter where you are with our tools. Every now and then, it's really nice to have a free guided meditation, a way, again, to support you in knowing your inner home. Okay, well, I'm so deeply, deeply grateful for your time and attention today. It is some of your greatest assets, your resources that you're sharing with me, either live or on recording, and I thank you for that. Hopefully we will see you for our first of the month service, which will be on Sunday, December 6th. A great way mid-holiday season to reconnect together. And in that service, we'll be having community time where we get to say hello to one another afterwards. So I look forward to seeing all of you there. Please join us. And in the meantime, I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. We at the Interconnection Institute and Church of Infinite Spirit are deeply, deeply grateful for our community and for those who work with us in this journey of incarnation. All right, you guys be well and find your home this holiday season. All right.
Thanks, Margaret. Happy
Take care.
Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Margaret. Well.